As an accountant, I talk to my clients a lot about pricing, and they tend to ask me, can you just tell me what I should be charging for my services? Because this is hard and I just keep picking numbers out of the air like, looks good. Well, I can't tell you exactly what you should be charging. I can tell you how to think about it. My name's Caitlin, I'm a CPA, and here's how to think about pricing your services. Think about pricing, a lot of times what we think about is how much does it cost to produce or offer what we're selling, and then how much are we going to make, what kind of dollar or markup are we going to put on it, and there we go, price. Either that, or we will price by the hour, just saying I charge this much per hour, it's going to cost however many hours, boom, price, done. But I would argue that's not the best way to go about it. Pricing services is pricing an emotional decision. Let me explain. When we buy something, we buy it to remove some sort of pain, or we buy to gain something. But more often than not, it's the first one. It's to remove some sort of pain or avoid it or whatever. If you think about the last thing that you bought, maybe it was like a moisturizer for your hands, or you bought a skate, just the one, because you lost the other one. Then you'd have two. Both of those things were to remove some sort of pain that you had. You decided that the pain relief was worth the amount of money that you had to pay for it. So when we're pricing services, we need to price it based on the impact that we have for our customers. The difference between the pain that they have now and how much better they're going to feel after they work with us. Because we're trying to price this emotional piece, it's not a logical answer. And big business actually spends a lot of money to research how to exploit this, because as consumers, we don't really understand that this is how our brains work. You can see this sort of behavior in big sale days. They'll have an original price, like an original price. Sometimes it's not even a real price. And there'll be a slash through it, and then there'll be like a big percentage off sign, and then like a sale price, and that original price has anchored that higher number in our brains. So when we see the lower price, we think, oh man, that's such a good deal, and we're encouraged to buy it, even if we don't need it. Sometimes our brains process it emotionally. We are not very good at absolutes. It's kind of like if I had two octopodes, doesn't matter. Anyway, if I had two and one of them weighed more than the other, and I handed you both, and I said, hey, which one of these weighs more? You would definitely be able to tell me. But what you wouldn't be able to tell me is that this little guy weighs 900 grams exactly. Because our brains can't measure absolutes. It's like Amazon. If you're sitting on your computer and you're looking at Amazon and you're like, oh man, that's a really great discount. Look at the original price and how much lower the next one is. But if you look at how much Amazon actually sells that thing for, usually it's always the sale price. They don't actually ever sell it for the higher price. And they do that because they know that if they present a high price, then the next price is lower and you're more willing to buy it. Like, have you ever been into Canadian Tire and you go into their clearance section and they have all these things that are like hugely discounted. And like, do they ever really sell a barbecue lighter for like $100? Probably not, which is why they can discount it 95% and still sell it. That 95% it makes our brains go, whoa, that's such a good deal. I definitely need to buy that thing. Even though like maybe we don't even have a barbecue, but like those things are good for other stuff, right? Yeah. My point is this. I don't know what my point is. Attaching a number to an emotional problem is very difficult to do. It requires our logical brain to be in touch with our emotional brain and for the two of them to work together. And they don't like to all the time. Thinking through these processes requires some training, and there are definitely some tricks and some tips to get through this process in an efficient way and to come to a number that makes sense. But really in the end, it's about picking a number, testing it, reworking it, and just falling on a number that feels right for you and for your customer. If you have any questions or you'd like to talk about your specific situation, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'll put my contact form in the description below, and feel free to comment. I will be hanging around on my channel, so you can also reach me here. Bye!